Okay, hello. So today we're on another day of the 30-day sketchbook project, and we are on day 15. So we're halfway through. And I have to confess before I even tell you about this exercise that I am going to cheat today because I'm not going to do this. So this one's about observational drawing. So you make an origami crane and then you draw it. And it's useful because you get all the shading and all of this stuff, and this is exactly what I need to learn. However, I have been really struggling with the project in general, just because I've been making things. I've been doing the exercises and thinking, I don't like that, I don't like that, I don't like that, I don't like that. Now, part of that is obviously, I do need to get control of that inner critic. I know that I'm at the beginning of a journey. I should be slightly easier, well, a lot easier on myself. But this project isn't about changing the habit of a lifetime. It's about developing art skill. So there's nothing really I can do about I can try to practice compassion, self-compassion, but I know that it's something I might fail at. So what I have decided to do for today is I am going to do a bit of drawing, but it's not exactly going to be it's not going to be as useful as this, because in terms of learning skill, because this actually, I would be developing a little bit of skill or practicing skill. I don't know whether I'd actually develop skill, but I would be endeavoring to practice something skillful. So today what I'm going to do instead is this exercise. So this is from Tamara Laporte's book, Life Book, Create Your Life Book. I've done her Life Book annual sort of online program in the past. And I really like her. I love her artwork. I'll give you a quick flick through. She's very whimsical, very colourful in what she does. This is actually by a different artist. This is a guest artist. But yeah, she's I love her stuff. So this isn't exactly observational drawing, but yeah, I guess it kind of is, in the sense that I'm observing this whimsical, disproportioned character and drawing it. So I'm going to do this just because I really want to have a little bit of fun. I really want to do something that I'm going to enjoy. I want something that I can look on when I'm finished and think, oh yeah, I enjoyed doing that. I think it looks okay. So yeah, I'm giving myself a break today when we're at the halfway point. So I'm going to close that, get that out of the way. I haven't collected my supplies together yet. All I've got is a pencil and a rubber. This was last time, what I did last time, if you saw that. Yeah, as I was saying, I haven't collected my supplies together yet, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the drawing, and then once the drawing's done, then I'll get my supplies together, because I don't want to be surrounded with lots of stuff right now while I do the drawing element, okay? So the first thing we do is we draw the basic shapes. So I'm going to do a line down the center of the page and then draw my shapes around that. So circle for the head, reverse triangle for the torso, and then this funny sort of hanger, like a clothes hanger type shape for the legs, and then little bumbies for the arms. I know bumbies isn't a word, but I couldn't think of a better word. So okay, so for the face here, what you do is you divide it, you take a line that's about halfway down. I'm not sure that's exactly halfway, that's slightly less, isn't it? So halfway down, and then halfway between those two, another line, and then between that and that again, halfway, So this is your eyes. Your nose kind of ends here on this line, and this is where you do your lips. You do 3 circles, sort of equidistant ovals here. So that gives you the spacing for the eyes. Now, keep in mind this is like a whimsical face, so it's not 100% accurate, but yeah. Okay, I think I'm happy with the drawing. I didn't get the hands quite right, but it's fine. I'm practicing not being critical, so it's fine. So yeah, I'm gonna get my paints out. I think what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna start with a little bit of watercolor with it, and then I'm gonna maybe when I do the chakra symbols across the top along the body, that I'm going to put over the top of the watercolor, I'll put acrylics, but we'll see how that goes. I'm just going to have a little bit of a read first about what she uses, what materials she uses. It looks like she uses pencils, watercolor pencils. So what I've got here, some watercolor pencils, and I've also got some watercolor art bars. Oh, water soluble wax bar for creative marks and texture. So let's have a go with these. Right, that looks a bit of a mess. I'm going to try and see what happens when I blend it in with the watercolor brush thing. Okay, so I've blended all of that in now, but what I'd still, even though I'm just mushing the colour around, I've still kind of tried to follow the contours of the face. So, like I've gone around the line, I've tried to go sort of along, this line that would be where the nose comes up to the brow and the eyebrow, just because I wanted to add the dimensions of shape. I haven't got it, it hasn't all gone perfectly, but it's built up that first layer of colour a little bit. So I think I'm going to do the rest of the skin. I just wanted to get an idea of, I've not actually, I can't remember the last time I used these art bars and what I did. So I couldn't remember how they actually come out when you use them. Okay. Right. Now I'm going to go over it with some, where would the shading be on this face? Maybe let's go over with something a little darker. Would that work? Let's go here. Maybe in the corners. Maybe along the hairline. Okay, I'm not really getting the shading on the face right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do a basic colouring of everything else. And then I'm going to do a little bit of referencing for the face. I have done a face before, but it was a really long time ago and I didn't get it quite right then, but at least I kind of tried to get the gist of it. Anyway, I'm waffling. Okay, I think I'm going to take a pause there. I want to let it dry a little bit and I'm going to go and watch. I'll see if I can find any of tomorrow's videos online and watch her do a little bit of the shading on the face. I mean, I wonder if I could just see it from here. Can I tell from the pictures? I suppose I could. I could just copy the pictures, couldn't I? But yeah, I think we're going to take a break because I've been at this for quite some time. Hang on, let me check the time, 1 sec. Yeah, I've been at this for an hour and 18 minutes, so long in fact that I noticed when I looked at how long the video was that my camera has actually started sliding and slanting slightly downwards. So I don't know if the picture shifted for you guys, but hopefully it didn't. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to take a little bit of a break, maybe go and have some lunch, and then I'm going to come back. Okay, I'm back now. Possibly if I look on this page, I can kind of try to copy the shading areas. So I'm going to do that now. Just to get a little bit more shade, not fully, but just a little bit more shading on the face in the place it's supposed to be. Just going to bring it here like that. It's nice and dry now. It's really interesting the different parts of the brain that are engaged when you paint with your non-dominant hand. Writing is almost impossible. You're trying to stick to lines when you're painting. Really quite interesting. Okay, I think that's probably enough for that. So what I'm going to do now is do some sort of a background. So I think what I'm going to do is, so she's got yellow and blue here and then bits of pink in it. I'm going to get my colour wheel and have a look at, okay, if I've got a lot of green and what would be the opposite of that. So because I want to get the same sort of feel. Okay, so if she's got yellow clothes, let's go here, yellow. And then what does she have? Blue. So blue is over here. Hang on. Wrong side. So if we've got, this is our main colour here, yellow, and then blue. She's got blue and a bit of pink. So what she has then is a triad. blue, pink, yellow. Okay, so if I want a triad then, if I go green, so I've got orange and violet. Okay, so if I put a purple, that would be nice actually, a nice purple background in there. Let's give it a go. Okay, so I've just put the roughly where they're supposed to go, the colors of the chakras there. It looks very rough just because I'm gonna fill it out a little bit more in a minute. But first, before because I just wanted to get the feel of them being there, and then I think I'm gonna do a little bit more around the edges of the page. Not sure what yet, but I'm just gonna play around a bit. So the throat chakra is the most important one for me at the moment because I do find it very difficult actually to be visible and to have a voice. Not have a voice. It's more, around I worry about the fact that I'm not able to articulate myself very well. I'm not concise, I'm just too waffly. So I like to pay attention to my throat chakra. Well, let's have a look. So the yellow needs tidying up, doesn't it? And the orange needs tidying up. The red maybe could go being a bit bigger. Root chakra is always, well, not always, not for everyone, but that feeling of belonging and being confident in our place in the world. That is very important. So I'm going to make that a little bit bigger because it's the smallest one at the moment. And I need to try and get that. I don't know what happened there. I need to try and get that off. Okay. That's good enough. And then let's get a nice clean brush and do the solar plexus. Solar plexus is all about our power. So I want to make sure I have a good one here. I need to represent my personal power. Okay, and then the green one is the heart. I wonder if I should go put a little bit of yellow in it and then go over it again with the green just to make it stand out a bit more. So obviously heart center needs no explanation, does it? Okay, I think that's okay. So I think if I had a little bit more confidence, I would probably make a bit more of these. I would make them, I'm not entirely sure, but I want them to glow. So maybe give them a little bit of a halo or something like that so that they pop a bit. But yeah, I am not confident enough to do that. So I'm just going to do a little, I'm going to see if I can have a look in my little box of bits and pieces and see if I can get some stamping things or some mark making things or something just to give the background a little bit more detail. And then I might just go over this with a little bit of black, make it pop a bit, but I'll be back in a second. Okay, I've got some bits and pieces in here. Stencils, oh, they're quite nice, aren't they? And some stamps. Let's have a look and see if any of these are going to work. Yeah, I think I'll have a heart. Some dots would do. And what colours? Let's try white and the dark one. Let's go for white first. Look at that, lovely, isn't it? Oh, that's actually better than I thought. It's the trouble that I have when I like something, I kind of go overboard with it and then I end up ruining it. Now, should we try a little bit of black? Just a little bit of darkening. Just over there. Over there. And then let's do a super faint one somewhere else. All right, so I do think it needs a little bit more depth, but I'm not sure what I can do to add depth. So I'm going to stop. Let's have a quick look at the book. Does it show the whole picture somewhere? Yeah, I mean, so she's added collage and then she's added colour and then more colour on top of that and then dots. And then, you know, little details like this. Which, sorry, could you see that? I don't know if the glare was on it and you couldn't see it. But yeah, there's quite a lot of layers here. Mine is not as layered. Oh, well, maybe. I don't have collage, but I do have a couple of different colours and then a little bit of these dotty things. I didn't even notice she had circles. Isn't it funny how you see something and then unconsciously you replicate it even though it's not right there in your mind? The dots are not exactly the same, but that's it's really interesting. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to stop. I have enjoyed doing this. I do want to add more embellishment to it, but I'm not going to do it just yet. Oopsie, just because this paint is still a bit wet, and also I think I need to walk away for a little while. Maybe she needs some eyelashes or some extra, you know, I don't know. I don't really know, but I'm going to leave it there for the video. I might come back to it and add some stuff. I'm repeating myself. But yeah, I'll see you again next time. So what have we got next time? Let's have a look. Whoopsie daisy. I'm dropping everything. Okay, so for exercise number 16, gosh, I can't believe I've already gotten all the way through half of the book, apart from the cheek today. So exercise 16 is the monochrome painting one. Ah, yes. So hopefully this one should be quite interesting. Now, I'm not going to be able to put a video out on Thursday because I've got something going on. I've recorded some of these videos in advance so that I could put them up when they're supposed to go up. But Thursday's one I know I'm not going to be able to. So yeah, I will see you again next Monday. Well, Monday coming. And yeah, we'll try this, shall we? All right then. See you next time.